Welcome back, everybody, to another Top Talks, your friendly neighborhood podcasters. Myself, Mario Yumel, Randy, and Rogelio. Today, we're gonna like to talk about something hot recently: the Trump tariffs. Tariffs. Stay tuned.
Top Talks.
Welcome back to another Top Talk. So
I gotcha.
I wanted to talk about something that it's been talked about in the last few days. Because I follow the market, I follow stock price and stuff.
Yes,
and
true.
Recently, there's been a drop in stocks due to tariffs. Tariffs being implemented for Canada, Mexico, China, the European Union, and what I want to ask what your thoughts are.
With tariffs from the U.S. to those countries.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay.
giving them tariffs. What your thoughts are about these tariffs? How do you think it's gonna affect the United States and the economy? And what do you think what the impact is to the American taxpayer?
Well, I would say for immediate, right? For immediate impact, of course, it's gonna hurt the consumer.
Right.
100% is gonna hurt the consumer because if they start continue to buy products from these countries, it's either 25% or 10%.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what is a tariff anyway, because I think a lot of people when they hear tariffs, they say like, oh, you might, some people say, oh, the people who ordered it is the one going to pay for the tariffs. But what is the tariff anyway?
Tax?
What is it?
Imported tax, basically.
So basically,
in simple term, right?
in simple terms,
Yeah. Imported tax, basically to protect the domestic. Because basically, essentially, I think you were protecting domestic. You're protecting our domestic industries. That's what it
okay,
is.
the businesses.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
businesses.
ahead.
Yeah.
So,
Tariff.
Yeah.
So tariff. My definition of a tariff is the purpose of the tariff is to keep outside businesses outside of the U.S. markets and keep United States markets more competitive within our market.
Yeah, that's what I meant. By protecting our domestic businesses.
So if you have an imported product coming from a specific country, instead of paying $1 where it normally costs, it's no longer that price.
Right.
It will be more.
Yeah.
So that's the price that is in turn passed on to the consumer.
Right.
If you buy that product.
Yeah.
So that's the initial impact for consumers.
Right.
If you really love that product. And the majority of the products, from what I understand, are also American products that are either made overseas.
Right. Yes. Actually, a lot of them are.
A lot of them are.
Yes.
Cheap labor.
Yes.
Right?
A lot of them are. Yeah.
Cheap labor. This is not the first time that we've been exercising tariffs. It happened also during his first
Right.
first reign.
I mean, even Joe Biden did tariffs as well.
Well, we're not going to talk about him. He sucks.
It didn't work, right?
It didn't work, man. Right. I mean, I don't know if you remember where Ford used to be in the United States.
In
Then
Detroit?
they moved to Texas. I mean, correction, across the pond.
Yeah.
Not even. Just across the river.
Yeah.
Europe.
Canada.
Or Mexico.
Mexico.
They just went across.
Yeah.
And then now they're being forced. If in order for you to have the consumer to have a lower price, sometimes it takes a company back to where they started. And it really does suck. But at the long run, either the company would suffer,
Yeah.
or just the spending habits of the consumer would change.
Yeah.
They're not the only whatever thing
Right.
that you want to buy.
Right.
Right.
You know, you could always buy something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So my question would be, so how long do you think it will take before our economy gets the fruit of the labors of the tariffs?
Dude, that's gonna take a while. I mean, because
It's-
imagine,
it's
because
gonna
imagine
happen.
what he just said, right? Because that's a perfect example, actually, right? You know, companies running. Let's use China because everything is made in China, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got. I'm gonna because I play golf, right? So we have equipment in golf that is American brand made somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Why is that, right? To begin with, because it costs maybe to make it in the U.S. it's probably gonna cost $100 instead of making it somewhere else. Let's say China for $5.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's a profit to the company,
like this.
right? Yes, that's right.
Alligator?
Instead of made in France,
Right.
this is made in Peru.
Exactly,
Oh.
because
It's cheaper.
it's way cheaper. And
Don't get me wrong. There's also Lacoste made in Philippines, but it's still Lacoste.
it is, and it's still original.
It's still original.
Right.
That's a good point, right? So, I think it's a little. It's gonna take a while because now, if you bring it back to the U.S., let's say, because you know, essentially, like I said earlier, to protect local business, right?
Yep.
Now, do we want it back in the U.S. where it takes? It's tricky because now if you bring it back to the U.S., then you're building the $100 equipment.
Yeah.
Instead of $5.
Yeah.
So to answer you, in order for us to catch up with that number, and because there's two things that can happen, right? Because like he said, the company might go down and go in the hole because they can't sustain $100 price instead
Right.
of, you know what I mean? Because they're not making more money,
Right.
Instead of making
Now
money,
they have to either make their price low
or something's got to give up, right? Something's
Right.
got to give in. Is what I meant. Like it's and I think that's why a lot of people don't agree and disagree with that. So what I'm saying is to answer that question. In fact, it's even hard to answer that because how long does it take for that company to and the consumer to
Yeah. Well,
to level up?
here's a.
It's a hard thing, man.
It's
I
a
don't
hard
know.
thing. I mean, it depends.
Do
on-
I want that as a consumer though? Do you want that as a consumer?
It all depends on what you could take. It all depends on what you could take. Look at all your phones.
I know, like
Right?
that's hard, dude. Like
All your phones are made overseas. This is
everything
never
is
been-
made overseas.
Yeah. So how long does it take? It depends. It depends on
Yeah.
what you're looking for. If you're looking for the entire
Yeah.
ROI for tariffs,
Yeah.
2-3 years
2-3 years.
Yeah. It is, or maybe longer. I don't know.
could be. I mean,
Could be. I mean, there's already some segue. I mean, way ahead on some of these tariffs because
Right.
I know Toyota is building a plant in Indiana because of the tariffs.
So
I know.
are they trying to bring it back to Motor City, Detroit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
their plants are still there.
Yeah.
There's plants everywhere. There's
Right,
factories
yeah.
everywhere. It's just again, if you're a company, are you gonna come back?
Yeah.
That's the question, right?
Remember, like the entire, this is I know, like the entire car of Ford, for example,
Yeah.
the truck,
Yeah.
one of the trucks,
The whole thing.
right, assembled and built in Mexico. Transmission is still made here.
Right.
They just ship it over there and then return it back.
Basically,
complete.
they just make it there.
Tuk, 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 piecemeal it together.
So how do you tariff that if it's? Yeah, wait, hold up.
Your
Actually, that's my question. Actually, so if I am building everything here, I just want the Mexicans to put it together.
Yeah,
That's
that-
basically what you just said, right?
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
Yes,
I want everything built here, American built, but I want
assembled.
assembled the Mexicans.
Yeah,
in Mexico, right?
because it's cheaper.
It's built in Mexico because it's cheaper. So how do you tariff that?
You're gonna tariff the vehicle coming across the border.
It's complete goods.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
It's complete goods.
Yeah.
So instead of you paying MSRP of $30,000, and then now it's gonna get sold for 45.
Yeah. So I don't. So if that's cheaper to the company,
It depends on what they.
that
can
means it's
muster.
cheaper to me, right? As a consumer.
Not
Not
really.
necessarily.
Not really.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because not well. You gotta think about, the well, for the consumer maybe, because it's cheaper, right?
Right.
In a sense, but for the economy, it's not, because you have less jobs
Right.
for the people.
Yeah. So it's pros and cons on both, basically.
Right. Pros and
Okay.
cons. It's really run by greed, to be honest with you.
If you're a company, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, companies are. I mean,
You're trying to get that revenue up, so you're trying to find ways to make it.
I
make
think
your
that's
product
more, I think that's more. I'm pretty sure that's 99.9% of business.
Because remember,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like-
we're just talking about, like materialistic goods.
Right.
We're not even talking
Yeah.
about like energy.
Yeah.
Electricity.
Gas and
Well,
yeah.
energy.
There's a lot of things. Yeah.
Energy. He did did the executive action of, drill baby drill. And,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I think we're gonna be okay on energy.
That's one. Well, how about those border towns that are dependent on Canada for
Right.
power?
Mm.
The one that border towns from the USA, but the USA grid is not there. They belong to the grid of Canada.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be
interesting.
okay, because they're opening it up. So we closed down 90,000 power plants
Yeah.
across the United States. They're opening it back up.
Oh, that's nice.
So they're opening them back up. So I think those outliers.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
Will be safe.
Will be safe.
Yeah, and I really do believe that
Right.
everybody hates on the guy.
Elon
but
Musk?
No.
Well- The reason why they're hating it is because of emotion.
well,
Everybody hate on emotion.
and not
That's
just
what it
that. All the false media goes with it. I mean,
That too.
he's not stupid that he's gonna impose tariffs on these countries, knowing that we are also reliant on other things, not just goods.
Right.
You're talking about
Yeah.
food, power,
Yeah.
not just that. I'm pretty sure there's already a plan before that even was in the conversation.
Yeah. I don't think it's just. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You can't just say like,
Tariff time.
yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
And then not even think about the implications that come with it.
I'm
Right.
sure there's the XYZ basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Because I think-
the trickle effect, right?
Because last time I checked, I've seen him in the Oval Office signing executive orders. He got some people in the Oval Office that are pretty smart guys, like businessmen, and
I mean, he is a businessman too.
right.
Yeah.
Which I think,
I'm sure he knows what's up about
which
business.
I think we need that kind of leadership right now, because we're getting broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, part of being in the government, I think, is business anyway.
Yeah.
Part of it. You gotta
Part
have
of
that.
it, yeah. You have
You
to have
kind
the-
of need to have that mentality, in my opinion, in a way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To run something.
True.
You know what I mean? Because if you're a good businessman, then you gotta think like a businessman.
But some people think,
In a way.
some people, they think that their business is this person.
Me.
Me. So they become rich.
Yeah.
And then forget about y'all.
I don't. I mean, honestly, that guy is freaking rich. I don't think he needs money.
No,
I
not
mean,
him.
You know what I mean?
Not
Like
him.
a career politician, like
I mean, him, Moss,
Yeah.
all of these people are rich, man.
yeah, you get to answer this question if you could.
Yeah.
Politicians make six figures, but they're worth millions. How's that?
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's cutting.
I mean, I make six figures. I'm not a millionaire. How?
We should check your bank.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody's sucking my money.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I
It's
think
like,
like.
There's a hole in that
think
pocket.
right? It's like, oh, where'd
I
that
think you're a
money go?
millionaire though.
But that's a good question, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, where are they getting it from? Yeah.
you're supposed to be a
Business.
servant, right? You take.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, every city. When I became a federal employee, I
Yeah.
took a note.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
protect. Not protect, but serve the Constitution of the United States, or whatever
Right.
the case may be. So it's the same oath that all these politicians take.
Right.
And where do they get all their money from? That don't make no sense. You know,
Yeah.
They have it.
we need to tariff them.
There are a few. What kind of business you're running? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
There's a lot. There's a lot.
corruption is corruption.
Yeah, but I
everywhere you
think, but Realio's right though. I don't think he's just gonna just tariff just like that. I'm sure it's like he said. Sometimes the media just show or talk about what people wants to hear.
go. And that's
You know what
one
I mean?
thing that
They exaggerate things because if you don't exaggerate things in social media,
yeah, nobody's
gonna listen to it.
Yeah, look at
It's boring.
look at our channel. We
It's
don't
boring.
exaggerate things.
Yeah, we don't exaggerate.
We see
Yeah.
it how it is, and
Yeah.
we still 3,000 subscribers. Come on, guys, help us out.
Kind of help us out. Help us out.
Yeah. What do you want us to do? I'm trying.
Truth media.
Yeah.
But that's
I know.
one thing. Thing about the media is like they're also controlled by these oligarchs, and
Right.
Yeah.
they have their own agenda. So there's really no news media that you.
Well, that's
really
where the
wanna
millions
trust.
coming from, maybe.
What was that? He also said about unbalanced tariffs, and I just heard this. I don't know the exact. It's a country that supplies us with either petroleum or whatever
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of petrol.
Yeah.
They
Tariffs us,
tariffs us 18%,
but we don't do the
but
same.
when we do it to them, it's only 2%.
What the heck?
Wow.
So it's very imbalanced.
So he's trying to fix that.
That's what he's trying to fix.
So-
Those are the deals that he wants to fix.
See, and I think again, like you said, I think for all our audience, especially the one that doesn't believe in our president, I think those are the things we got to look at. You know what I mean? Let's not jump in conclusion on just say tariffs. You know what I mean? But what is he trying to really do?
Yeah.
We got to dissect it and see. Okay, because like you said,
Right.
maybe those are part of the tariffs that he's talking about that he's trying to fix. Right?
Here's the funny part, because everybody hears about all the things that he's doing now, and it seems like it's like, oh my God, that's taboo.
I
Right.
know
Well-
the past.
But the last fucking 4 years, you didn't hear about it,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's all good. And that's the problem with having transparency. Now
Yeah.
that you know this is what's going on,
Yeah, yeah.
now
This is
you're
what we
like,
want. Yeah.
right? And everybody's all like, oh no, let's not. I get it, man. I mean,
Yeah, the
we've
past-
been there before.
Yeah.
But in the past 4 years, we didn't know anything what's
We didn't
going
know-
on.
We didn't know about the deal that we'll pay more taxes, and we will just give you a little bit. Tax us with a lot.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like, what the fuck? It's an uneven deal.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I know that April 2, because he wanted to change it from. He wanted to do it April 1st, but it's April 1st obviously is April Fool's Day.
Fools, yeah. You don't want to
So-
get fooled, right? I mean,
So he's gonna do the reciprocal tariffs on
Okay.
April 2nd, which is whatever country, whatever amount they tariff us, we're gonna tariff the same way.
I think that's fair.
It's called reciprocal. I think it's fair.
I mean, I didn't know about that one, but damn, 18% to 2%?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That
That's
sounds like some taking advantage.
Meaning that we can't get in there.
Brazil. Brazil.
We can't get in there.
Brazil was doing that? Damn, Brazil!
But the
Man, we
They should
need
change
to
that.
start taxing your fighters.
Have you seen it? The bebot.
I know.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, you know what?
That's worth it.
Maybe 18% is fair. You know what? I see where the 18% is coming from.
I know.
I get it.
But yeah, I mean, so the bottom line, I think we're gonna have some growing pains
Yeah.
with tariffs. Just hang in there.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a chick from Harbor Freight, or what's that other place?
God dang, I thought you were implying some prostitution.
No.
Buy-
Human
buy-
trafficking over here.
Go get you some chicken chicks from Tractor Supply.
You said chicken chicks?
Yeah, they give away, or they sell chicks, so you can grow your own chicken,
So you can make
Oh, I get it. I get it.
so you can get your own eggs.
I'll get it.
Why not? Go get your chicken.
Damn, I need a farm first.
Yeah, well, you can put it in the living room.
I do have a yard, but damn, my neighbor's gonna hate that. Damn.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's a good time to be in Hawaii. In
I
Hawaii,
bet.
they don't give a shit about chicken, man.
They're all running rampant in Hawaii.
Have you seen that guy? Last thing, it's just a quick joke.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy, I think it was Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
The joke.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know about this chicken in Hawaii. They're not scared at all, man. I know why. You guys don't have black people. I was like,
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's messed up, dude.
That was fucked up. And we just talked about the
Andrew Schultz. I know. Them Andrew Schultz.
But they do have a lot of Filipinos.
They do.
Dude, chicken in Hawaii is just everywhere.
But
No,
you
no, no,
cannot
no.
catch them, right? You cannot kill them.
You can't mess with them. They freaking wake you up.
No, I know, but you cannot kill. You cannot kill them
Technically, no, you cannot.
Why not?
Technically.
against the law.
Is it?
Yes.
Why? It's chicken.
It's wild animal, dude.
I'm wild. I'm a wild animal.
Chicken in Hawaii are wild animal considered.
For real?
Yes, they just run around on the
Oh.
street. Yes.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cebu. Pilipican.
I know, dude. If they see you catch that shit and kill it, you
It's native chicken, man.
because you know the what do you call those people? The environmental people.
Oh, the PETA?
The those people.
Yeah.
They're crazy in Hawaii.
Oh.
So they were trying to do a ferry from Oahu to Molokai, whatever, so on and so forth. But it didn't happen because of them. You know, because it's the reef and
Yeah.
it's,
Fun fact. Fact. Did you know that PETA is not a terrorist organization, but an organization that the government considers as equal to gangs?
why?
Because of the type of organization, kind of like a terrorist organization. Because they're a cult, per se. I'll let you read something later on.
Oh, it's interesting.
It's
You're
PETA.
talking about the environmental people, right? The one that
PETA.
protect the
animals.
animals
PETA.
and freaking the one that we had the gophers here. Dude, that's 200,
Yeah.
that's $250,000. I heard.
That's where our money
You know
goes.
JBLM?
Oh.
Like you can't just drive around in certain areas.
Oh, you can't?
Dude, the JBLM get fined whatever. I might be exaggerating the money, but like I'm gonna say 100,000. I don't know, maybe more, maybe more. If you run over there, the gophers, wherever they come out
The
from,
eggs? Oh, the holes?
the holes, man.
The gopher's hole.
Yes, I'm telling you, you cannot.
I wonder what
So
gophers
they
taste like.
they designated areas where you can't just drive around.
Oh, wow. Are they like
Endangered?
endangered species?
I don't know, but you can't mess with them.
Yeah, the
that's
one
what
in,
that's what they said. The people that you said,
Oh.
the environmental
PETA?
people. Yeah, those
PETA. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways.
Another top talks.
Tariff.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think,
Or we will tax you.
or we'll tax you. So
Yeah,
until
18%.
then, make sure you comment, subscribe, and notify.
18%.
18%.
18%.
Hit the notification button. Thank you for commenting. Cheers.